sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. On that Ravens sideline, it's head coach Jesse Minter. His team put their opening weekend loss behind them and have rattled off 4 consecutive victories. Across the field, that's his counterpart, Todd Monken of the Browns. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak, hoping the return home can be what they need.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. That's the kicker. Tyler Luke set to get this started. Off we go from a rainy Cleveland. And he'll get this up past the 20, but that's it. Good way to start the game for the special teams. And the offense has a long field on drive 1. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing right away, it's Gabriel. There's a screen set up for Judkins. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. They'll fake the handoff. Now Gabriel. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
It's 3rd down. They need 6 for the 1st down. Shotgun snap to Gabriel. That'll be caught. It's Concepcion. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To the air again is Gabriel. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
2nd and 10. Gabriel to throw again. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Again, it's Gabriel. Looking for the home run ball deep downfield. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Lamar Jackson, twice the MVP, Greg, leads this Ravens team out season 9, but season 1 without John Harbaugh as his head coach.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got the former Alabama man, Josh Cuevas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So, on 4th down, the Ravens send Ryan Eckley on to punt. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. Browns offense and Quinshon Judkins making their way back out. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs. And he's right there among the best in the league. On 1st and 10, it's Gabriel. There's Concepcion. It's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Cleveland. They bring Judy in motion. On the ground, here's Quinshawn Judkins. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Tackle made by the second-round pick.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Out of the gun, Gabriel. Pass caught by Concepcion. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Gabriel gonna keep it on the zone read. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. On the zone read, this is Gabriel, and he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Yeah, so I think, Mike, this is one of those decisions where the conditions and the elements definitely come into play. I think in a normal day of clear weather, this coach makes a different decision in this situation. But here, I can totally understand why he decided to be aggressive and go for it on 4th down.
The Ravens offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. Greg, I know you're passionate about this, the change in the evolution of the NFL the last decade, the willingness to go for it even more often now on 4th down, as we've seen here.
Yeah, I think teams just continue to understand the NFL is not about yards, it's not about time of possession, it's about generating big plays, and it's about maximizing every position you have and sustaining the ball. So when you get opportunities at certain down and distances, at certain parts of the field, to use that extra down, it changes everything. And the last thing I'll say, Mike, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. We don't decide to go for it on 4th down, or at least I'll say the good teams don't decide to go for it on 4th down on 4th down. They knew they were going for it on 4th down 3 plays ago. They knew on 1st and 10, this was 4-down territory. So 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, the play caller is using that information to say, if I need 4th down, I have it. So I don't need to get it all on 2nd, all on 3rd. So it changes the philosophy and the flow of the play caller, and that players are a lot more comfortable nowadays being in these situations.
An incompletion on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the give, here's Henry. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now, Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
But I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait till their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
Here's Ryan Eckley now, and John to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter.
Browns take over.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Slot man gonna move in motion left. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Jalen Hawkins on the tackle. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Quick throw taken in by Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. It's a Browns first down.
1st and 10.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
They'll give it here to Judkins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
In some rhythm. Good drive rolling. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing is Gabriel. This is brought in downfield by Judy. Getting up a little slow after that hit, but he does have a first down.
This quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Judkins. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
This will be 2nd and 9. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
And that play just really looked doomed from the start, didn't it? It didn't look like the timing. It didn't look like he was confident in his read. And that time he pulls it, nowhere really to go, and take him down for a loss.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Gabriel. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal.
Ready. Drive. Check. Cut. Ready.
They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Judkins. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations, backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal.
Here we go. 45. Wide. Ready?
Sampson. And he cannot get free. Only a yard to the 3. Forcing 4th down.
At the 3-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
Ready. 50. Green.
They snap it to Gabriel. Oh, and he can't get the throw off. He is sacked. And they're going to be turned away on 4th and goal.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Ravens offense make their way out to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. The numbers for King Henry a week ago, 19 carries.
At the 12-yard line.
This will be a 2nd down and 6. Jackson looking to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
This is 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman.
Jackson's pass.
14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Henry. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is Jackson. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
It is 3rd and long. Throwing Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it once more with Judkins. They'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Tackled there by Trenton Simpson.
A gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and a yard.
Come on, set. 30.
That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez, to punt for Cleveland. On the return, it's Hill. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. This is Henry. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. 0-0 is the score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. We're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Lamar going to work from the pistol. This one complete to Bateman. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Greg, rain was steadier earlier, seems to have subsided, but now what can they do on the field with 3rd down? Jackson. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punch it away for the 4th time today. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. Getting towards mid-October, starting to feel like football with the weather. And as Sunday night comes here, week 6, one that sounds like a late season game. Dallas and Green Bay, eager to see what Micah Parsons can do there. And on Monday night, the game is in Santa Clara as the 49ers will host the Washington Commanders. Off the play fake, it's Gabriel. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks, but right now it's been a lot of double coverage, it's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative freeing him up.
On 2nd down, here's Gabriel. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
Drive rolls on here with 1st down and 10. Tillman, the man in motion. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
So they come to the line, 2nd down, they need 14 yards. Now Gabriel. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
This will be 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Throwing again is Gabriel. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Set, go. Ready, ready.
Shotgun snaps to Gabriel. That's incomplete. Derek Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
13 yards.
You know, Mike, I think the question is, does Derrick Henry ever age? I mean, he's in year 11. He still looks like he's a rookie. I mean, he produces at an elite level, it seems, every year. 1,500 yards for the 5th time in his career a season ago. I mean, we could go on and on, but really the last piece of the puzzle missing is he's still searching for that Super Bowl ring.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And that's going to be over everyone. Incomplete. Nothing ever really developed there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision. Just throw the ball away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
3 yards.
Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore 1st down. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. The shotgun, here's Jackson. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
3rd and 9. Now Jackson. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On 4th down, it's Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. That one is good. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
Roughing a kicker. Defense.
Yeah, easy call in my book, Mike. I mean, you take the 3 points off the board, yes, but the opportunity to give your offense another chance to go down and come away with 6, I'm good with this call.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Here's Henry. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5.
At the 6-yard line.
Yeah, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Second down, Jackson. He takes off, and he will score! Lamar Jackson. So tough to stop. Down close. He's got a Ravens touchdown.
When you talk about extending the play, especially down here in the red zone, Mike, whether it's scramble to remain a passer, or in this case, scramble that turns into a runner, I think Lamar Jackson might be hands down the best in the entire league.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Browns nothing.
after the touchdown. Luke is back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Whoa! Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Browns offense ready to get back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Now they'll pitch it out here. Able to slip one tackle, but not another. They'll be fortunate to get this one back to the line of scrimmage.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
See what they have for 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. 33, yellow, ready?
Looking to throw is Gabriel. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Looking deep here for Tillman. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. You see their recent possessions looking for a repeat of the last time they had the ball. They begin this drive with 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. That's to the tight end, Cuevas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3. On the give, here's Henry. They're trying to push his way forward, but there's nowhere to go. They've got him right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Third down, 3 to go. Here's Jackson. The pressure gets there. Down he goes. Back inside the 20-yard line. Malik Collins. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down. Here's their punter now. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Here comes a return, and it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And that one's going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Throw on the run is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Now facing third down and 10. Out of the gun, Gabriel. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Well, Jorquez on to punt, and the kick is away. Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the man he was looking for. It's second down.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time.
Second and 10. Jackson now. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Now, Jackson. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession. To go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down, not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
Ravens sending the punt team out there as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. This one fielded out beyond the 25. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Gabriel. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Jackson looking to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well, if you like defensive football, this game's heaven, because right now points have become a premium. Someone has to figure out a way to get something going, whether it's a field goal or even just a positive drive and play the field position game. Some offense has to take control of this game here at some point.
3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. Terrific run. Gets him into the red zone. Down around the 10.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Two minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. To throw is Jackson. This one is hauled in on the feet in bounds. Yes, Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
It's a really well-designed play down in the red zone. We see teams run this time and time again, fast to the flat. What they're doing is they're putting a lot of conflict of responsibility. Those edge defenders in the run game, a lot of times are also responsible for the flat area in the passing game. So things happen fast, threaten those responsibilities, and let the running back do the rest.
On is Luke to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Ravens move out on top, 14-0.
Browns, nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over once again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Quick throw taken in by Judy. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. There's a screen set up for Judkins. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Talk things over before 3rd down. From the gun, here's Gabriel. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
17 yards. And the Browns, 1st down.
To the air again is Gabriel. Now he takes off. And he'll give himself up here, but it's a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Ravens' 48-yard line.
Throwing is Gabriel. He'll take off again. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. Now it's Gabriel. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter.
25-yard line.
They'll come up now again. Good news, it's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Gabriel. And this time the rush gets home. And down he goes. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike, getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. Second and long coming up. One final throw before the break. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our look at the NFL starts now. It begins in the mile-high city of Denver. The Broncos at home to take on the Super Bowl champs, the Seattle Seahawks. And this is J.K. Dobbins. He's going to run behind his pads and power it in 8 yards for the touchdown. The Broncos are finally in the win column after 5 straight defeats. They get their first win of the year. From there, it's off to Atlanta. Let's look in on the Falcons as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And oh, it's the cheetah, Tyreek Hill. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. The Falcons with a 14-6 lead at the break. Lastly, let's take a look at our Week 6 impact player thus far. A lot of candidates to choose from, but we'll go with this man. And this is Jacoby Myers. He's going to run the deep route here and pull it in. 44 yards, and you can rack it up. It's a touchdown. The Jaguars do, however, wind up falling in this one. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. In the game you're watching, we saw a couple of touchdowns in the first half. 14-0 is the score as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. Still running on first down with Henry. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11. Jackson. That one taken in by Cuevas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. That one gives him a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
QB will survey the defense on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
The 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And now 3rd, they only need 2 yards. Jackson now from the 50. Hit as he throws. That one will fall to the turf. And it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good 3rd down stop. And it sets up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. Throwing Jackson. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Ready. Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Ready.
Play action. Gabriel. Open man is the tight end, Harold Fannin. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Travis Jones in there for the sack, his 4th on the year.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
That'll bring up second and long.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Gabriel. Boy, they nearly got him again. Does manage to get rid of this one before taking another sack.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
This will be third and long.
33.
Here's Gabriel. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Browns get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Justice Hill to return. Uh-oh. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Here's Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Ravens bring their punt team out.
For Baltimore.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Here we go. 50, green. Ready?
They'll run the toss here with Judkins. And the woes in the running game continue. We're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, they're able to get you down for a loss.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
And you can see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his third interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Black 40.
Throwing on third down, Gabriel. He somehow managed to get rid of that one before the sack. Incomplete, and sets up fourth down.
You have to wonder, Mike, how are those previous mistakes he made earlier in the game still lingering in the back of his mind? You can tell he's being a little bit more conservative. He doesn't want to risk throwing a third interception and kind of just throws this one away.
The Browns getting their punting team out there. He'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They ran out to the early lead, but had some missteps of late as evidence there. Trying to turn the momentum around as they begin again. They go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Henry. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward and will give him 4 yards.
Tackle made right at midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. Jackson now. That's caught. It's the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage, very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end, Mark Andrews, that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. On the give, it's Hill. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
It is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Hit as he throws, that one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good 3rd down stop, and it sets up 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, it's Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. There you see head coach Todd Monken and his Browns getting set for their next possession. Getting towards mid-October, starting to feel like football with the weather. And as Sunday night comes here, week 6, one that sounds like a late season game. Dallas and Green Bay eager to see what Micah Parsons can do there. And on Monday night, the game is in Santa Clara as the 49ers will host the Washington Commanders. They bring Judy in motion. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Never fun to be 2nd and 13.
Yellow, 43, ready.
Now Gabriel. They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They bring Judy in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Gabriel. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Tavius Robinson. He gets there for the sack, setting up 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Hunting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away as he's standing right around his own goal line. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
At their own 46-yard line.
starting on the ground with Hill. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Again, it is Hill. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Here's 3rd and 7. Jackson looking to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run by Judkins. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
Brings up second and 9.
They run it once more with Judkins. He's up the sideline to the 25. Inside the 40. Inside the 10. And he is gone. 91 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Wow, one of those breathtaking plays, taking it the distance, going coast to coast. A long run pays off with a touchdown.
And Mike, what looks like a simple handoff, just trying to pick up some yards and get themselves out of the shadow of their own goalpost. He got through the initial wave, and he is gone. He takes it the length of the field for 6.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Second and 11. On play action, here's Jackson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
Come to the line now for first down and 10. This is Henry, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. Next thing you know, the big old D tackle is just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
And we will not get another snap here. That is going to do it for this third quarter of play. Second down, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Seemed like the receiver might ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try and run for this with Henry. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind, as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
And now the punting unit will come up as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Oh, that is terrific.
The Browns take
Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. There you see head coach Todd Monken and his Browns getting set for their next possession. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's first and 10. From the gun, here's Gabriel. That is Concepcion to the right side. And he's Brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Looking to throw is Gabriel. Going deep downfield for Judy. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 90 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part one taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
Well, here we go. The Browns will go for 2 here.
The Browns will line up for the two-point conversion.
Out of the gun, Gabriel. That's incomplete. Oh, they were going for the conversion to get this thing even. Instead, it will remain a 2-point game. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. Here comes Hill on the return. Ooh! And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
So you take the field as a defense and you understand that the opposing team just gave up points. They want to grab back some of the momentum, some of the energy on the sideline. In the back of your head, you're saying, all right, they're going to take a shot probably within these first couple plays. Here they did it on the first play. It's exactly what happened. Good coverage, and ball's incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Lamar going to look from the pistol. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
Baltimore.
And what a clutch throw here on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. Now, in a perfect world, they'd love to go down there and get points. But at a bare minimum, milk the clock. Leave the least amount of time possible if you do have to give the ball back to your opponent. If you're this defense, it feels like the time to get off the field is right now.
Going to be 1st down and 10. Pistol give to Henry. And he is buried in the backfield. Loss of a couple.
This stage in the fourth quarter. Great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, Baltimore.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Handoff here to Hill. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. They'll go again with Hill. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 17-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Jackson. I'll throw left side there. Not going to find the target. Incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
Tough one to pick up here. Third down and 9. Back to throw, Jackson. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line. And it's fourth down.
It's almost like the defense knew the back was getting the ball there, because from the moment the ball was snapped, there was a defender all over him. He's able to bring him down for a loss.
So on is Tyler Luke in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a first and 10. They bring Judy in motion. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And some nifty footwork there. It'll only amount to a gain of a couple.
29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Eyes closed and my heart open, just to get this off my chest and let my heart broken. Seeing how Goofy's a move for the green.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, it's Gabriel. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
10 at the 48-yard line.
Running left is Judkins. Trying to find somewhere to go, but the defense with other ideas. They stop him. That'll be no gain.
No gain on the play.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
See what they have for 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tillman, the man in motion. Now to tap this one forward, the receiver heading left. A very nice defensive play there. They'll let you complete passes if they're going to end up like that. It's a completion, but a loss of yards.
Down and 11.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Gabriel. Now the pressure back. Heave in on him. He will go down. That is Trey Hendrickson. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up 4th down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. On the return, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Inside give to Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Raven 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run it straight ahead with Hill. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Mason Graham on the stop. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That is left side and caught by foul. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, down inside the 25-yard line.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
Here's Henry. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Here's Jackson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
We got a big 3rd down coming up here, Mike. They got a chance with a conversion to possibly get this under the 2-minute warning, put this defense in a position where they have to start using their timeouts.
It's 3rd down. They need 6 for the 1st down. They'll run it with Henry.
I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, 4th down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend the stride.
So on is Tyler Luke in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
All right, so you get the 3, and of course that helps, but the rule of thumb really is, Mike, you don't want to make a one-possession game a one-possession game, so there's an argument to be made there. Be a little bit more aggressive on 3rd and 4th down. Try to come away with 6 and try to stretch this lead.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. Browns offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Tillman, the man in motion. Play action. Gabriel. He'll drop this one down to Judkins. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Second down, 8 for the first down.
Here we go. Ready?
Throwing is Gabriel. Going deep downfield for Judy. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down.
8 yards to go.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that's to the 2-minute warning. We are set for 4th and long.
Here we go. Set. Clock 40. Cut.
They snap it to Gabriel. And he will go down under the pressure. They got him. That puts a serious dent into any chances of mounting a comeback. They'll turn it over on downs.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. Only one timeout remaining for the defense. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. And now we'll get a timeout by the defense. The clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. They'll go down to a knee. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Ryder Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So here is Dylan Gabriel and his offense down on the scoreboard. Just over 20 seconds to play. Their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. They'll drop to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. That's another sack.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the 23-yard line.
They spike it with 7 seconds left on the clock. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. To throw is Gabriel. Looking deep here for Tillman. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. And make that a 5th straight victory, as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Hi, everyone, and welcome in. Scott Hansen here, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 6, presented by Lowe's. Plenty to get you caught up on. We start in Cleveland. The Browns at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens always tough on defense, and this play no different here. They come up with the key interception here, one of 2 for them in the game. The Ravens are playing well. They improved to 5-1 with this victory. From there, let's look in on the Cardinals and the Rams from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is Michael Wilson. He's going to haul it in middle of the field, and from there, it's a foot race, and they won't catch him. 69 yards for the touchdown catch. The Cardinals get back to 500. They even their mark at 3-3. Next up, we take a look at this week's NFL injury report. The big news this week, and it is big, Christian McCaffrey. He's picked up a pretty substantial shoulder injury. He's slated to miss 2, maybe 3 weeks as he rehabs in an effort to get back onto the field. Time now to name the EA Sports Player of the Week for Week 6. And we will applaud the efforts of this man, Jalen Hurts. And oh, was he good in the win over the Panthers. And he came through with 5, count them, 5 touchdown passes on the day. The Eagles win their 2nd straight, and they do it in style. A look now at this week's top performers in the NFL. Now that we're into the season's 2nd month, let's get a look at the passing leaders in the NFL. The leader through 6 weeks, Daniel Jones of the Indianapolis Colts. With that, a look at the rest of the scores from Week 6, with Cincinnati, Detroit, Miami, and Minnesota all getting a rest on their bye week. And that's a wrap for this week. For all the hardworking men and women in the studio, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you again next week, right here on EA Sports.
Ever since you left me, more money, more cars, more shows. Ever since you left me, more diamonds, more gold, more motion, more. I went deaf on it. I went deaf on it.